I'm John Barradell, Chief Executive, Brighton and Hove.
And you were talking about welfare issues, really,
Yep.
Welfare reform, and some of the challenges that's going to present for the city over this year. Could you explain what your thinking on that is?
Well, there are two things happening at the same time. There's obviously an economic situation in the country where we've got a number of workless people rising, but a similar situation in terms of benefits where the benefit system is changing. The result of that will be people's income will change, prices are going up, opportunity for work not necessarily increasing for the kind of skilled work within the city, and it's us understanding as a city who's going to be affected and what can we do together to try and tackle that. Part of it will be living wage, for an example. Part of it will be understanding what the benefit changes are and are people getting what they should be getting to help. What can we do in terms of working together, providing support and opportunities for people in the city. So it's early days because the bill's only just going through Parliament as we speak, and there are some changes happening with it. But it's really understanding who's affected, how they're affected, and what can we collectively do to help people and continue, if you like, what makes this place special, which is people working together, if you like, to make the place better and the people in it better.
And I guess the reason you mentioned all of that is because today or over the weekend people are looking at challenges. Are these things that there's very specific things within that you think CityCamp might be able to kind of help with?
The thing with CityCamp is it isn't a one-off, it's not a two-day event. It's about building networks of people who are willing to contribute their time and their talents in different ways. Yes, there'll be people with great ideas that come out through the weekend, form a team, idea develops, off it goes. But it's actually also the connections and the knowledge of people in the city that extends. So those networks between people who may never meet outside of this environment, but actually can work together on something, think together on something. It may not even be an idea that comes out this weekend, but in 6, 9, 12 months' time. But it increases that capacity within the city to think through the challenges, what can we do together, how can we use the talents together to address them. And
you also mentioned some of the people that are involved. Mm-hmm. I think it was Anthony and Catherine that you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And there are lots of others.
Yeah.
The reason I mentioned Anthony and Catherine is right at the beginning of this, the very early conversations of how does a Chicago CityCamp work? Why couldn't we do one in Brighton? Would it work in Brighton? And the fact that they're willing to keep coming back and saying, yes, I'll put my time and effort into it. Public Eye will do the broadcasting of it to try and get as many people out there to see it as possible. That's what makes it brilliant in this place.